Tough questions tonight for a state program aimed at rehabilitating inmates and helping them get out of prison early. Some people who championed it are now calling out the program for appearing to exclude most people of color. Nasser Kelvy has a story.
This garden in North Minneapolis might not be the most green.
Raised beds the size of prison mattresses.
But it's growing, just like the intentions behind its design.
A place like Oak Park Heights, you never see anything green. You never eat anything green, and most of it, you're just in a box.
Maurice Ward is an advocate for incarcerated people, and his organization designed this park to mimic a solitary confinement cell.
People spend decades in these cells and never come out.
He led the push for the Minnesota Rehabilitation and Reinvestment Act, but now feels that those seeds never grew.
I feel embarrassed the fact that I actually championed the policy.
When the law passed, it promised something new. People in prison could earn earlier release by completing programming, showing behavior change, and a rehabilitation plan.
It was going to get people home sooner.
The state says the act could reduce sentences by 17%.
I thought it was going to rectify a lot of harm that we had.
While white inmates are the largest group in Minnesota's prison population, Black and Hispanic people make up about 45%. But DOC data shows that none of those released so far under the MRRA were Black or Hispanic.
Yeah, I started telling my kids that I was coming home.
For Edward Easton, incarcerated in Faribault, the program brought hope that didn't last.
I really gave up, right now my mom, she's on hospice and she got cancer, so I'm trying to make it home to my mom before it's too late.
The state says the slow rollout is intentional.
Well, the MRRA was really set up to incent people to participate in programs and services that we know reduce the likelihood of reoffending.
DOC Commissioner Paul Schnell says the program is built on evidence, rewarding treatment, education, and behavioral change to reduce repeat offenses.
Of all the people who were released of the MRRA so far, they've all been white people. There haven't been any Black or Hispanic people included in that. Is that true?
There have been. I don't know. I don't believe there's been any African American people who have gone through at this stage. Now there are people that are in the mix right now and are under consideration and review.
When I asked Schnell about allegations of racism in the process, he told me it was too early to judge the program.
We want to and will be very mindful and intentional about how this affects people, regardless of race.
While the DOC expects to see growth moving forward, for Ward, the idea behind the law still matters, but the garden is missing its greenery.
Because there's still so many people who've banked on coming home based on this and believe in it.
Despite those concerns, Morgan, everyone we talked to for this story told us they're still optimistic in what the MRRA could become.
Interesting. And do you know, is this something that is, as he noted, it's an early rollout, so it's something that's going to be continuing, correct?
Exactly. Commissioner Schnell did tell us that this is not going to be necessarily indicative of where things are going to go as the program continues to develop.
All right. Thanks, Nasser.